Hey everyone, this is Sean, and today I'm super excited to announce the availability of Random Ruby in the Windows Store. So in order to get Random Ruby, you're going to want to go into the Windows Store and search for Random Ruby, and Random Ruby should show up for you to download and install to your tablet or PC. So what makes Random Ruby so much fun is actually the story behind Random Ruby. Believe it or not, Ruby is actually based on a real life person. So my good friend and his buddy would often have conversations within the office, and suddenly this lady would walk by and make a comment and contribute to the conversation, but what she said had nothing to do with the conversation. But it actually did, because her random statements was actually related to what they were talking about. And so they actually made it a game in their office to try and figure out what the common thread was. What did they say and what did she say that was related? And so my buddy had so much fun with that he decided to turn it into an app, which he published for the iPhone and the iPad. And I loved the idea so much that I took on the challenge of porting the app over to the Windows Store, especially since I have the Surface and I couldn't let iPad and iPhone users get away with all the fun. So here it is. This is Random Ruby for Windows. What I'm going to actually go through is I'm going to go through the first 3 puzzles just so that you can get an idea of what this app is actually all about. Okay, so you hit play. Here's the little office environment and the conversation starts. Have any plans this weekend? It's been weeks since I've mowed the lawn. And here comes Ruby with her random comment. Did you guys notice my hair is a little shorter? Now, what does that have to do with what they were just talking about? Mowing the lawn? Did you notice my hair is a little shorter? So the answer is a 3-letter word, and here are your selections of letters that you can try and guess what that word is. The answer is actually cut, because mowing the lawn is cutting the grass, and Random Ruby is asking if they noticed that her hair is shorter because she just cut her hair. So C-U-T. And that's right. And I get 4 extra rubies. Now, what are the rubies for? Okay, so as you can see, I have up here 428 rubies. So the rubies let me be able to buy cheats. So if I don't know the answer, I can add a letter for 60 rubies. I can add a letter here. So let's say that I don't know where to start. I can do that. Reveal a correct letter for 60 rubies. Okay, so 60 rubies deducted, and you can see 1 letter was added in there. So that can kind of help you understand. So plus A is add a letter. Minus A is remove a letter from the list of tiles that you have. And that will cost you 80 rubies. So remove a letter for 80 rubies. And so you can see now the number of rubies that I have has gone down. Okay, now if you're out of rubies, all hope is not lost, because, well, of course, you can buy more rubies. Okay, you can buy 350 rubies for $1.49 all the way up to 10,000 rubies for $19.99. And of course there's a Random Ruby Pro, which gives you 500 rubies and also takes away all ads. Okay, and the third option is also this Facebook button, which basically is a help. So if you can't solve the puzzle and if you want your friends to try, maybe somebody's really good with word puzzles, you can click that button and share it, give your friends a chance to chime in, and also be a way for this app to be shared and word to be spread about this app. So you've got some different options to, if you can't figure out a puzzle, you've got some different options to kind of help you along your way. Alright, so let's solve this next puzzle. The smell reminded me of a trout out of water on a hot July day. Okay, so they had their conversation, and now suddenly Ruby interjects. I watched Shark Week last night. Have either of you seen that show? What does that have to do with anything? Well, the answer, of course, is fish. And you can see the S is already there. So F-I-S-H. Fish. That's right. And I get 4 extra rubies. And here's a little pop-up box asking if you'd like to purchase the ad-free version. which I would recommend buying, by the way. So what I'm really proud about in this app is actually the ability for it to support the snapping in Windows. So I'm going to go ahead and snap here the Windows Store, and you can see this actually still works even in snap modes. So this is nice because while I'm working or while I'm reading the news, I can have my puzzle snap to the side and I can still be solving the puzzles. I won't have all the nice animations of The Office, but that's okay. Really what I care about is the ability to solve the puzzles. Okay, so I told you that I would help you solve the first 3 puzzles, so let's go ahead and solve the 3rd puzzle together. How about that weather? 1 minute ago it was raining, and now you can't even tell there's no water on the ground. And here comes Ruby with her comment. Do you have any lotion? My elbows are so scratchy and dehydrated. So, what does that have to do with anything that they just said? Okay, so it's a 3-letter word. It was raining, and now you can't even tell because there's no water on the ground. So, obviously, the rain evaporated because it was dry. That makes sense. Elbows are scratchy because they're dehydrated and dry. And it's a 3-letter word, so obviously the answer is dry. Okay? D-R-Y. Yay, and I got it right. So that's the idea behind Random Ruby for Windows. There are hundreds of puzzles. All of them have hilarious dialogue. Solving the puzzle itself is only half the fun. Reading the dialogue and just laughing about what they're talking about is the other half of the fun. And so I would encourage you to just dive in, start solving some puzzles, make sure you get the ad-free version, and just have fun with it. And please, please, please share this video and share the app, get the word out, and most of all, just have fun. And of course, let me know if you have any feedback, questions, or comments. Thank you very much for watching.